Hi everyone, it's Cindy. Welcome back to Studioloo. So I'm here today with day number 15 of Dephemberember, and our prompts are metal and photo, and the animal today is the ever beautiful flamingo. So let me grab my flamingo here. So this is the flamingo image I plan to use. I have printed a few of them out to sort of decide what I want to do. I kind of know what I want to do today, but I will admit I am a little bit, not everything has been planned, as usual. So, the photo that I want to use today is actually this antique cabinet card of this lovely woman. Look at the collar. Isn't that beautiful? The collar of her shirt or dress. So this is Aunt Hannah Lowry Ferguson from Brockville, Ontario. And she was married to Will Ferguson. So before the video, I just took a moment to split this apart because cabinet cards are quite, thick, and this back piece is extremely thick. So we'll use that for something different in a different project, and this will give me more of a nice journal, ephemera. It's not going to be super, super thick. So when I got to thinking about metal, I had a whole bunch of ideas. I was like, I'm going to put some thin metal sheeting of some kind through my die cut machine, and I was like, oh, Barbara got that one. And so, and I was like, so I didn't want to do something that had already been done today yet. So I was thinking about also how I have so much in the way of rusty metal because I'm always doing eco printing and that kind of thing. So I have a lot of these kind of things that hang around in my house. So I want to make use of one of these in an industrial collage-y type way that gets a little bit wild because we introduce flamingos. So what I'm thinking is I want to add this here, and I want to use this flamingo. I printed 3 more of them, but I removed their legs. I fussy cut them out almost completely before the video, and I just kind of removed their legs because I'm thinking about metal in general and a metal frame. So what I'm thinking I would like to do is either frame her in some way with flamingos, like so, almost like in an Art Nouveau type style that's gone a little bit wild, and then maybe add another flamingo with its legs down here. That's kind of where I'm going, and I don't know if I will use the third one or not. I might. I think I will. So the challenge right now is I don't want to make this too much bigger. So I have to think a little. Can I bring... Do I need this one? Because if I don't use this one, then I won't need to have more extra width over here. The other thing is I could just tighten this frame up a little bit and use the 3 of them like so. It's a little bit to think about, right? But I do kind of like it with just the 2 as well. And I do like it kind of hanging off the sides. And I think what I would do with this is make it to like a pocket, essentially, on a page that was like, let me show you, like this. If this is your book, this pocket would go on this side, so you could tuck something in that way. Okay, well, let's just kind of get started. Let's not think too hard. So first I'm going to use some Fabri-Tac to attach this plate. I think that will be totally fine. I could also stitch through those holes. I could hand stitch, but I do think that this glue will hold this just fine. So let's go ahead and just cover this. Okay, plunk it down here. just let that sit for a moment. And then what I would like to also do is some inking on these flamingos, because obviously this is an old photo, and I think just kind of adding a bit of a vintage photo touch to these will be good around the edges. And yes, I think I'll leave one out of this scenario for now. Sometimes when I do these kind of challenges, I get a little carried away with the size of the ephemera I make, and I don't want to do that. Not today, anyhow. And when I need to, once I ink this, I will ink it first. Then I'm going to just fussy cut around the legs a little bit more closely. I wasn't sure if I was keeping them yet, so I didn't get like really close to where they would need to be, and I don't know. You know, I may not even use them. I'm sort of thinking, what if I put that one there, here, and here? That one had its legs behind the metal. I kind of like that. So yeah, let's just make the decision to lop off the legs of all the flamingos. Okay, so yeah, that one will sit like that. And I don't want to cover her beautiful collar because it's just amazing. Okay, so now I'm going to grab my art glitter glue. And I'm going to just glue these down, these flamingos here. Today's challenge really, I guess my project today is just really kind of about collage and composition, you know, how you work with themes to make them work together, even when they seem like they won't. Just have to challenge yourself a bit. This feels a little Art Nouveau-ish to me, but in a weird way. Okay, let's move that a little that way. And then the third one. Over here, because I don't want to cover her collar. Now, I want to put some kind of a backing behind these, and I think I will probably use some kind of a thinner cardstock to do that, or perhaps a coffee dyed paper. So give me one moment, I'm just going to grab that supply. Okay, so in keeping with the metal theme, I've chosen this piece of paper that is construction paper that I rust and eco printed. So you'll see this big cog here, and then we have a little eye hook screw there, and then all this black back here that you see, this is actually all from rose petals that did this. So I think I'm going to use the more black rose petal-y kind of side, and what I want to do with it is just I'm going to tear the paper in half. We'll set the other half aside for another project. And then I think I just want to basically have this be a backing. And then I'm going to just trim around and cut around this. So I will add glue to this whole surface, including the heads that are just hanging off the side here. Oops. Okay, then I'll lay this right down there. And then just kind of specifically stick down the flamingo's heads. And just hold them for a moment because they do have to go off the edge of the cabinet card onto the other paper. So just kind of give them a press for a moment so that they really adhere. Okay. Then I'm going to trim this out. Alright, so now I want to have a little more fun with this. So first I think I have this lovely Arteza Playful Pink paint. I don't know if you can see, but it is, you'll see maybe on the bottle itself, you see how it's iridescent. It looks white, but it shines iridescent pink. So I think I want to do a little bit of splatter with that. So I'm just going to grab a piece of paper here. And I'm going to lie this on here. And I'll just grab a little bit of paper for where I don't want the splatters to go. I don't want to mess with her face or her collar. I don't want to lose the detail in that beautiful collar. And I don't want to get this on the faces of the flamingos. So we'll just cover them all up with a bit of book page. Then I will grab my fan brush. Oops. There we go. Put this back. My fan brush here. And grab a little bit of the paint. So hopefully you can see the iridescence of that. I'm going to throw a little bit of water into the acrylic paint as well. That will just help it to kind of splash a little better when I go to splatter with it. So see, you can really see that iridescence now, I think. And then we just need something to hit it on. I'll just use my scissors here. If you can hear giddy, screeching kids, that would be my children upstairs. They're having a blast playing with the dog right now. So don't be afraid if you can hear that. Okay, so we have spattered this, and then let's just remove all of the papers from where we didn't want this splattering to happen. And then I think we need a little bit of drying time. There she is. Okay, so I'm just going to do a little bit of drying time, and then I will come right back once this is dry. All right, so this is all dry. Now, I think I want to add an element of humor to this because I feel like on its own, it just does have a lot of humor. So I have these word snippets from Tim Holtz's Ideology, Small Talk, or Snarky as it's called. I was thinking of just typing up my own sentiment, but I actually managed to find one in here that I feel like will really go. And it is, I have absolutely no desire to fit in. And I just feel like that really channels myself, my own personality, and the feeling of this whole piece. So let's see if I can fit it across here, or I think actually I want to break it into two pieces. So I'm going to cut it right at the I have absolutely. And while these are quite nice, thick, and sticky, I am going to reinforce this with a bit of the 3-in-1 glue. Just because I'm sticking it to metal. So we might as well just make sure it's not going to move about. Let me just get rid of this phone that's in my way here. Okay. Yeah, right there. Okay. So let's glue this one as well. Okay, there we go. Okay, that feels very done to me, actually. I quite like it. So I hope you enjoyed this little project today. I will be back again tomorrow for day number 16 of Dephemberember, and I'm just having a lot of fun, and I really hope you are too. I also wanted to say thank you and welcome to all the new subscribers. It's really nice to have you here. I do try to have fun here on this channel and do different things most of the time, so hopefully you will stick around past Dephemberember because I would love to have you here. So have a wonderful day, and we'll talk again tomorrow. Bye for now.